Welcome back to Upper Michigan Today, everybody. We're continuing our discussion about garden therapy at Ravenwood Gardens in Menominee. We've pulled Alfonse Van Hese and Glenn Kinderman into the conversation now, so welcome. Thanks for coming to Upper Michigan Today. Alfonse, we'll start with you. What's your involvement at Ravenwood Garden and why did you get involved?
I'm first started out as a volunteer, helping out support veterans with PTSD and head traumas, because each one is different. There's no exact book to say, okay, this therapy happens, work with this one here. And then I was asked to be, from my involvement, to be the vice president to help support the group.
Was that something, PTSD, head trauma, was that something that you experienced yourself or saw something
Yes,
that you saw a lot of your...
I experienced both those myself.
How has Ravenwood Garden helped you to heal and to move forward?
Just the fact that I could go through and do all the stuff on my own, at my own pace, and do stuff all on my own. I was able to find relief from that there.
You find some stillness and
Yes.
some solace in digging in the earth?
Yes.
And Glenn, how about you? What's your experience been like?
I first met Craig and Luann about 1.5 years ago at a community meet and greet, and I offer up services from Emotional Freedom Technique, or also known as tapping, for caregivers and veterans dealing with trauma and PTSD.
Can you explain more what tapping is?
Tapping is kind of like acupressure or acupuncture without the needles. You're just tapping on your energy systems or your meridians, and you can tap on different points, and it takes you out of a stress response where you're triggered, and it gets you down into a relaxation response so you can deal with your situation in a very calm manner.
How did you discover that? And at what point in, after being in the service, did you really start to look at methods and tools for healing?
Actually, I had 21 years in the submarine force, and after I retired, I was looking for some way to pay it forward for any veteran, because being a veteran or a caregiver or a spouse is one of the most difficult situations. And I don't know if you ever heard of Jack Canfield, Chicken Soup with Soul books, or I'm one of his certified trainers.
Really?
And for Success Principles, and he introduced me to the tapping. And once I saw that, it was like, oh my goodness, I have to go ahead and do this. So I like to work one-on-one with individuals as well, but Craig and Luann have offered me that opportunity at Ravenwood to have classes and workshops on tapping, and so that's been very, very successful.
What kind of a difference have you seen it make in the folks that visit Ravenwood?
It's everybody has their unique individual journey, and so whatever I can do to help them on their journey to wellness, and healing. So because I offer a mind, body, and spirit concept for the wellness to get back to a nice, balanced, joyful, and abundant life. So it works.
Do you have any advice for veterans that might be struggling to get back to a joyful and abundant life?
Don't be afraid to reach out and ask for help. That's one of the biggest things that I see is veterans don't want to share what they've gone through.
Yeah.
Please, please reach out.
Alfonse, have you seen that having those kinds of conversations makes a really big impact in veterans?
Yes, being open-minded and don't offer any closed-end questions like, how are you doing today? What did you do today? What do you do tomorrow? Instead of, okay, are you feeling good? One word sentence is shut the whole conversation down. Engage the person in open conversations and then follow-up questions. Okay, what are you doing tomorrow? Or really, how are you gonna do that?
So keeping the questions going, keeping the conversations going,
and
finding ways to...
keep in mind, okay, as you're talking, look for anything that stresses out and change the subject from that point on. And then find a way to work back to the stressed out question that you asked.
Is there anything else you'd like to share or let your fellow veterans know about Ravenwood Gardens, or even just reaching out to people, seeking different forms of therapy. We've talked about, you know, some really great resources here so far in the show, from art therapy to Courage Incorporated, getting people outdoors. And I mean, with Ravenwood, it's a similar kind of mission. You're not necessarily going on excursions, but you're using the earth to find solace too. Is there anything else you'd like people to know about this?
You're looking for something quiet and peaceful, non-stressful. This is the way to go.
It's the way to go. Well, I wanted to thank you two for being here and sharing a bit of your stories this morning. We have one more segment left here on Upper Michigan Today. We're going to pull everybody into the conversation to wrap it up when we come back.